Okay. This morning we're going to be talking about the water cycle. Yesterday we talked all about the atmosphere. We need to be talking about the water cycle because it is the water cycle in conjunction with thermodynamics that drives all of the weather on the whole entire planet. This includes cloud formation and rain and snow and hurricanes and wind movement and all that good stuff. So the water cycle is the process by which water moves from place to place above, on, or under the surface of the earth. The amount of water we have on this planet is unchanging. It's kind of like energy in that sense. The amount of water we have on the planet is unchanging. 75% of the planet is water. And only 25% is land. Of that 75% of the earth that we have in water, 97% is salt water. So this is our oceans. 3% of that is fresh. And of that 3%, 2/3 are in the ice caps. So these are the glaciers, Antarctica, and in the Arctic. That means we have 1% liquid fresh water. That is the water that we drink. So 1% of 75% of the water on the earth is available for us to consume. What does the water cycle look like? Some of you might recognize these words from when we were talking about phase changes. Here's the sun. Ta-da! Our sun sends heat. I'm gonna draw a little sketch. Yes, I expect to see this picture. All right, here's the planet. Water in any body of water. So this could be a lake, a river, a stream, or the ocean. All right, so any large body of water. The sun heats that body of water and we talked about when water goes from a liquid to a gas, it has a special word, and that's evaporation. That's a cloud, by the way. Evaporation is the process by which liquid water becomes gas or water vapor. Oops. Sorry, I said it's the process by which liquid water. Oh no! All right. Try it again. Evaporation, the process by which liquid water becomes a gas or water vapor. And here is my cloud. Here's another cloud. I am going to have to move our picture. Oh, we'll back out a little bit. All right. And here's going to be yet another cloud. So I'm going to make my second cloud bigger. We'll save my third cloud for later. As you can guess, I'm writing in the clouds. All right. Evaporation occurs over the water, but it occurs over land. It occurs over land as well. So this is early morning and me making all my mistakes. Transpiration is when plants lose water via their leaves or by way of. So plants lose water by their leaves. That is called transpiration. And in both of these cases, water is becoming a gas or water vapor. So 90% of the water that is in the air comes from oceans and lakes and rivers and streams, and 10% comes from the land. So it comes from plants. And that is one step of the cycle, water going from a liquid to a gas. The next step is condensation. We talked about in states of matter, condensation is when things cool. So this is the process by which water vapor becomes liquid water. And maybe you have figured out why I'm putting these in clouds, because this is what happens to that water vapor. The water is warmed up by the sun. It becomes a vapor. It rises through the troposphere. And we said yesterday that as you increase in elevation in the troposphere, you are going to go down in temperature. And as that gas cools, it condenses and it becomes a cloud. And sometimes it then falls back down to Earth. Extend my land a little bit. So it falls down to Earth. We had some precipitation last night. Here's my little umbrella. And here's my little person. And they're holding their umbrella. All right. So, when that water falls back down in the form of liquid water, it is called precipitation. Precipitation. This is when water falls from the atmosphere. Ooh, okay, we'll lower it. And it can be in the form of rain or sleet or snow or hail. Basically, when water is falling from the atmosphere, it is called precipitation. We said when that rain falls onto land, two things can happen. As that rain is coming down, it collects on the land and it kind of just flows over the ground and finds its way back to a stream, and that is called runoff. When the water comes right off the land, or it sinks down into the soil and it collects kind of in underground collection areas. This is called groundwater. And when you have, if you have a well that you get your water from, you go down deep enough and you tap into the collected groundwater. The groundwater is usually connected to a pond or river by way of an underground stream, and that is how it travels back to the oceans and the rivers. So here's what the cycle looks like. The water is evaporated either by transpiration or by the sunlight. It condenses. The condensation falls back to the earth, and then the water, either in the form of groundwater or runoff, return to the main bodies of water. So this is what we need to keep in mind when we are talking about the weather tomorrow.